Hey everyone, welcome back to my travel blog. My name is Dia, and if you're new here, I help you discover amazing places without breaking the bank. Today we are talking about a perfect 3-day cultural trip to Abu Dhabi from Dubai, and I'll break down the exact cost for you. If you want to know more about getting to Abu Dhabi and where to stay, I've got a whole video on that. Check out the link in the description.
Day 1. How to time travel from Dubai to a traditional oasis.
I left Dubai around noon to arrive for the standard 2 p.m. hotel check-in. The cheapest way to get there is the E101 bus from Ibn Battuta metro station. It costs only 25 dirhams per person and takes about 1.5 hours. The landscape isn't just desert, it's surprisingly green. From the Abu Dhabi bus station, I took a Yanga taxi to my accommodation in Oryx Hotel. Check out my previous video with a full hotel review and why it was my big mistake that cost me. Then my first authentic stop was the Emirates Heritage Village. This is a recreated traditional oasis. It's free to enter and it's open until 9 p.m. on Fridays. You can see everything from old clay houses and boats to workshops where they still make pottery, weave fabric, and brew coffee over a fire. And you get an insane view of the modern Abu Dhabi skyline from the historic place. The contrast is breathtaking. Next, I headed to the Corniche beach, and I talked about it in my last video. It's not my favorite, but okay to relax after trip. For dinner, I wanted something with good aesthetics and found Idiom's restaurant. The design feels like an art space. The food was delicious with huge portions, but the service was pretty slow. But the locals eat here, which is always a good sign. And I was in shorts, and it was totally fine for everyone. At the end of the day, I was super tired to go somewhere, so I ended the day with some supermarket sushi back at the hotel.
Day 2. Mosque, palace and biggest mistakes.
On the second day, I decided to explore 2 jewels of Abu Dhabi. First, I went to the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. Let's break down everything you need to know before visiting the mosque, including the one big mistake most tourists make that could ruin your trip. I grew up in a Muslim city, but I'm not a religious person. I like explore world's greatest masterpieces. This isn't just a big mosque. It's a monument built from a vision of unity. They brought in artisans from all over the world to create it. Just think about this. 1,300 Iranian craftsmen hand-wove the carpet for the main hall, the largest in the world. You'll see crystal Swarovski chandeliers, gigantic marble mosaics in the courtyard, and reflective pools that make the jewel-encrusted columns look never-ending. What you must know: it's free, but you must book your ticket online in advance on their official website. The mosque generally open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., but last entry at 9:30 p.m. Friday alert! The main hall is usually closed between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. for prayers. It gets packed. Be ready for crowds. The entrance is through a mall. Don't get confused looking for a giant door on the mosque itself. The dress code is strict. For women, you must be covered from wrist to ankle. You must also cover your hair with a headscarf. A baya is not required, but it's a good idea if you want great photos. For men, long trousers are mandatory. No shorts. I didn't know that they no longer lend bayas for free since COVID. So you have to buy one at the mall by the entrance. The cheapest woman's abaya will cost you. Men's outfits are even pricier. It's really expensive. Buy your abaya beforehand at a local market in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. You'll save a ton of money and get to keep a beautiful souvenir. Sunset is the best time to visit. The white marble glows, the temperature is better, and the lighting is just magical. They also offer free guided tours, which are awesome. Let me know in the comments, are you adding this to your bucket list? Then I went to the Qasr Al Watan Palace. This is the most inside job of Abu Dhabi's government you can legally get. And can you believe I almost got kicked out because of my dress? Alright, let's be real. I've seen my fair share of beautiful buildings. But guys, Qasr Al Watan isn't just another pretty place. This is a working presidential palace. It's where actual summits and diplomatic meetings happen. They literally let you walk into the heart of Arab power and see the country from the inside, its culture, its values, its mind. Just like the mosque, the dress code here is strict. I learned this the hard way. I wore a long dress with slits, and they almost didn't let me in. Luckily, a security guard had safety pins and pinned my dress shut. So, learn from my mistake. Cover those knees and shoulders. Now, let's talk about the palace itself. From the outside, it's this blindingly white, gorgeous piece of architecture straight out of an Arabian fairy tale. But step inside the main hall, and your jaw will drop. It feels like you're standing inside a never-ending dome. The light reflecting off the marble, the intricate patterns on the floor, the massive crystal chandeliers. It's so grand, you just want to be quiet and take it all in. What can you actually see here? This isn't just empty rooms. You get access to the real stuff. The formal reception rooms, this is where they host world leaders and international conferences. The vibe is ultimate Eastern luxury. But what impressed me the most was the golden toilet. The ancient artifacts exhibit. They have manuscripts and books from the Arab Golden Age. It shows you that the UAE isn't just oil and skyscrapers. It has a deep history of knowledge and culture. The massive library. Over 50,000 books are here. It tells the story of how this country developed its vision. My favorite room, the gift hall. This is where they keep the mind-blowing gifts given to the UAE leaders from other countries. Gold swords covered in jewels, crystal falcons, golden horses, traditional costumes. It's like a treasure chest. Also, inside the palace, you'll find its most iconic masterpiece, the famous sculpture with golden calligraphic inscriptions, known as the Power of Words. This stunning sphere is engraved with a powerful quote from the UAE's founding father, Sheikh Zayed.
Wealth is not money or oil. Wealth lies in people, and it is worthless if not dedicated to serving the people.
Come for sunset, and then stay for the Palace in Motion light and sound show. It's projected right on the palace facade and tells the story of the UAE from ancient time to now. I honestly didn't expect to be so captivated, but it was incredible. I spent here like 4 or 5 hours, had a snack and waited for the show, but honestly, 3 hours is enough. Plan to arrive 2-3 hours before the show to see everything. So, are you adding Qasr Al Watan to your Abu Dhabi bucket list? Let me know in the comments below.
Day 3. Is this desert Louvre better than Paris?
So, for your third day, you could hit a theme park. But I chose art. I'm a huge fan of the Louvre in Paris. I once spent a whole day there and it wasn't enough. So the big question is, does the Abu Dhabi version hold up? Let's find out. The Louvre Abu Dhabi is not just a copy. It's a world-class cultural center that opened in 2017, and it's the first of its kind in the Arab world. The dome is a masterpiece. It creates this incredible rain of light effect as the sun moves. The whole museum seems to float on the water. It's a futuristic oasis. What's inside? The collection is arranged in 12 chapters. From ancient to modern times, you will see the Egyptian sarcophagi, ancient sculptures, Chinese and Persian ceramics, Christian relics, Islamic miniatures, and yes, famous works by Da Vinci, Monet, and more. This isn't a typical greatest hits art museum. Its genius idea is to be a cultural bridge. It shows you how the same ideas appeared in totally different cultures all over the world. You walk through a gallery and see a Buddhist statue, a Christian icon, and Islamic calligraphy all talking about the same thing. It tells the story of humanity as one, not separate nations. They also have amazing temporary exhibitions, often with pieces borrowed from big museums in Paris. So, is it worth it if you've been to Paris? Yes, but if you expect endless halls of the Paris Louvre, you might be disappointed. Abu Dhabi Louvre is less about seeing everything and more about experiencing the connections. They sometimes have night events, lectures and concerts. Check their schedule. You can get a combined ticket with other attractions like Qasr and Watan to save money. If you have time and energy and some budget left, you can head to one of the luxury beach clubs on Saadiyat Island like Kai Beach or Saadiyat Beach Club. It's but it's a perfect way to relax and end your trip in style. That day I skipped lunch, but I had dinner at a diner near the hotel. So, on your final morning, after a quick breakfast, all you need to do is head back to the main bus station and catch the E101 bus back to Dubai. And that's a wrap on my 3-day cultural adventure in Abu Dhabi. The total cost is... What do you think of this itinerary? Comment below. Thank you so much for watching this entire series. If you enjoyed this adventure and found it helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more honest travel guides and budget breakdowns from around the world. See you in the next one.